Hello, my name is Barbara Young Powell, and I just had an interview with Yashin Phillips in the Wormhole. It is Motivational Monday, so be motivated and walk in your purpose.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Motivation Monday. I am your host, Yashin Inchworm Phillips. This is the Inchworm Show, but every Monday I have motivational speakers here to get you started for the week and throughout the rest of your life. I've had all sorts of people here, and I'm so glad that I have this wonderful woman sitting here beside me. She does so much here in the community, and she is a pillar in the community. She's helping out young girls and also young men to become and find their purpose. That's what she's here to do, and I hope she can help me find out some stuff about me. Yes. Without further ado, let me welcome Miss Barbara Young.
Thank you for having me today.
Yes, ma'am. You're so fashionable.
Well, thank you.
I love your hair.
Oh.
And the glasses and the jacket. You're on point.
Okay.
You're
I
on
had to
point.
be. I'm coming here.
Yes, ma'am. It's all good. It's all good. So tell everybody just who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Okay, so my name is Barbara Young Powell. I live in Waukegan. I've basically lived in this area all of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the founder of a young girls mentoring program called Plan, Purpose, and Promises. And we meet on the south side of Waukegan the first and second Saturdays of the month. And what we do is we help our mentees to discover, embrace, and walk in their purpose. Because everybody has one.
Absolutely. Why is it important for young girls to find their purpose?
What we do is, in Plan, Purpose, and Promises, we're giving them an advantage to discover what their purpose is. So they make better decisions. They make wiser decisions. Mm-hmm. So when they are confronted to go off into something negative, what comes in my mind? This is not my purpose. This is going to hinder my purpose. No, I can't go off and do that. No, I have to stay focused. And that is one of our initiatives, in Plan, Purpose, and Promises, is to be focused. So when you focus, you already know where you're going. You got an idea. You've seen it. We created vision boards. And so someone asked, well, how could they create vision boards? They're young. They don't know what they want to do. So not true. It's already on the inside.
Yes, ma'am.
And God put it on the inside. So when they select those pictures, they were pulling out what's already in them out and putting it on paper and form. And so when they see their vision boards, it's a constant reminder of where they're going.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I have mine. I got mine over there.
I saw it.
Yeah. It doesn't have the pictures or anything. I didn't feel like doing all that. I just wanted to write it. I felt like if I wrote it, because the pictures would distract me, but I just think as long as it's written down and you have it, it just holds you accountable.
Yes.
And I make sure I have it here. When I walk in, boom, I'm looking at it. This is what I'm doing all of this for. I'm trying to reach those goals that I have set on there. So I think it's important, whether you're 2 years old or 100 years old, to write some goals down, write some things down, because you never know what life can bring and what you have inside of you to achieve them. So I think that what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
I think that what you're doing is amazing. I've always been grateful to have a strong mother who really instilled in me just those qualities that you need in order to be able to follow your dreams. She really just instilled confidence. And I think that a lot of young girls are missing that today.
Yes, they are. By the videos that they see, they're all negative, as we talked about before. They're fighting. They're putting one another down. And what we do in Plan, Purpose, and Promises, it's a journal-driven program. So they are required to write something every day. So in 2019, with their vision boards, each girl has a personal journal each month. And that journal addresses something on that vision board. So one girl, her vision board is totally about Maya Angelou. Nothing on that board except for Maya Angelou's pictures and 2 words. So her focus all year long will be on Maya Angelou.
Wow.
So she selected that on her own And unlike other girls that had a lot of different things, that was her focus. So all year long, she's going to learn about Maya Angelou. She'll be required to. She has a book that she's reading. So she'll be able to come back each month and she has to share that chapter with us. But why did she select Maya Angelou? So there's something that she's relating to. And God is so good that he gave us to see what it is.
Yeah. You know, we were talking a little bit before this interview. It took me a while to figure out what my purpose was. And it's really, it's something, you know, my purpose, I feel like everybody's purpose is already within them. They just got to take some time to figure out, like, where it is. Like,
definitely.
It's like a gift. We all have our own gifts. So how did you discover your purpose?
Oh, wow. So let me go back to 6th grade.
Okay.
So in 6th grade, as a child, I was extremely shy. I mean, a real introvert. I would get lost at the library and in books. But I had a 6th grade teacher. Her name was Vernice Neal. And this woman actually tapped into my purpose and my gifts. And she challenged me one time. She had me to sit with a bunch of boys. So we had like groups where we would sit, right? 6 or 4 and with our desks. And the amazing thing about her was that she told us in 6th grade, she said, when you leave 6th grade, you won't be ready for 7th grade, but you all will be ready for 9th grade. And we were. So she was like, okay, Barbara, today we're going to move your desk. And I trusted her. And so when she moved me to these area where there was like the dumb boys in class, right? And I was like, I gave her this look like, you moving me with these dumb boys. And she said yes, and I moved there. And I realized, and I'm not saying this because I'm bragging, because I never went to the 3rd grade. I went from the 2nd grade to the 4th grade.
Okay.
So when I got there, she saw leadership skills in me and leadership abilities that I had no clue that I had. And remember, I was like extremely shy. So when I got in this group of 5 dumb boys, I would do my work, and so they would sometimes like try to copy off my papers and write. And I didn't know it at the time, but actually me sitting with them as a girl, you know, boys don't want girls to show them up.
Right.
So by sitting them doing my work, caused them to step up to the challenge and start doing their work. But it wasn't until years after that that I realized that that's what she was doing. And I remember at 6th grade, I wanted to be 3 things.
What's that?
I wanted to be a choreographer.
Okay.
And then the second 10 years of my life, I was going to be a clinical psychologist. And the third, after that, the rest of my life, I was going to be this famous author.
Okay.
But that woman, Mrs. Neal, caused us to see things inside of ourselves, and she pulled them out of us. And that's what we're doing now at Plan, Purpose, and Promises. We see things in them, and we're pulling it out. Now, you made a statement. You said you believe that inside of all of us, there is a purpose. It is. So let me tell you about the greatest boardroom that there ever was and ever will be. This boardroom began in Genesis 1:26 and 27, where they said, let us make man into our own image and our own likeness. And they did. And us was God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit. So imagine this boardroom, and they're coming together and they're saying, yes, we're going to create Yation. And Yation's going to love green lipstick. And everything from the beginning to the end and the end to beginning, they created that. So nothing happens in our life that God is not aware of, or that he knew, that he didn't know that it was going to happen. So way over there, from way over here, is where we are now. So you're doing what you're purposed to do. So inside of that, so Psalms 139 and 13 and 14, it says, you know my innermost being. So my innermost being, they said, is the area where the kidneys is, and there rest our emotions. So your purpose is tied to your emotions. God gave this to me. What is your purpose? My purpose is to cause a person or people or a group of people, it causes me to seek God concerning their welfare. And after I seek him and he gives me instructions, then I act on it. So welfare deals with mental, it can deal with physical, it could deal with financial. And then so when we walk in our purpose, that's what we do. We are helping the welfare of others. Now, people say, well, your gifts and your talents are really for other people. Yes, they are, but when we operate in our gifts and our talents, that let us know back in that boardroom, God, you created me to do this.
Mm.
You created me to be this way. And I think when we teach our young girls from Psalms 139, 14 and 15, how God created us, the way that you're made is the way you're supposed to be made.
Absolutely.
You're not supposed to be made like me. I'm not supposed to be made like you.
Mm-hmm.
But when we know that, then I know that you're not my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, I treat you as someone that was created in the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about that. Everything about you, everything, the way you talk, the way you laugh, the things you think about, the things that make you cry, that's already on the inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If you could give just the girls out there, anyone out there, some advice, some motivational something, what would you tell them right now?
I would tell them that you are born for a reason. You are not a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You're here for a purpose. And those dreams that you have, they're real.
Mm-hmm.
They're for a reason. Because dreams invoke us.
Mm-hmm.
They cause us to do action.
Mm-hmm.
They cause us to tell somebody, I have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King, I had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
So I would tell each young girl, you're here for a reason. Your classmate is not your enemy. But you have to find out what your purpose is. And that's what we're here for. To help them discover it, embrace it, and walk in it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk in your purpose, I'm telling you, there's nothing anybody can say that will stop you. Because you know and you'll know
Mm-hmm.
that this is what you're supposed to do. And then it causes you to stay up late at night. And God will just give you things to write to bring that vision to pass. And you'll think, oh, this is too much. And you're supposed to think that it's too much. Because it is too much for us to do in our own personal power. But anything that God has given us, he's already equipped us for it. Back in that boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, okay, so we're going to create Yashin, and her great-grandmother is going to call her Inchworm, and she's going to be like, oh, God, I want to do this. I want to do that. So everything is already on the inside of you. It just has to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what purpose does. It has to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it causes you to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Purpose can cause you to be angry.
Oh, yeah.
Because you see an issue and you're like, why isn't somebody doing something about it? That could possibly be your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So when people, a lot of times we see on Facebook, well, why you not talking about this? Or why you not acting on that? Maybe that's your purpose.
Hello.
To act on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's your purpose to solve that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the thing that God wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
While that person over there is working on their purpose, dealing with those issues. Quite possibly this is something that God wants you to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm just be lost in what you're saying because you're speaking facts right now.
It's true.
Miss Young.
It's true.
Mrs. Young.
It's true. Purpose is life.
It is. It definitely is.
It's life.
And once you're in it, it just feels right. It feels right. I know that with what I'm doing, I feel right. But sometimes, you don't, when I always use the job reference, the 9 to 5, and I know we got bills and things we got to pay for, but don't let that be it. Don't let that be it. If it makes you angry and you're not happy with it, find something that you're happy with. Maybe it is at the job, but find something, whatever it is. I remember when I was working in the corporate field and doing all that stuff, I needed an outlet, and I joined Toastmasters. They had Toastmasters there. I knew I wanted to do public speaking, and that was an outlet. So find things, because it's just, you only get one life. We don't know when we're leaving here, so
Exactly.
You might as well just take that time and just do what you love to do and at least find your purpose. So you won't be living in with regrets.
Yeah. And I think after this airs, there's going to be a seek in some of the viewers' hearts.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start seeking God. Oh, God, what is my purpose? Because I bet, I'm not a betting one, but I'm going to say I believe this, that everyone at some time in your life, you have asked yourself, why was I born? Why am I here? And that was back in the boardroom. To have that seek. And when we start seeking God and asking Him, trust me, He'll reveal it to you. And He'll go sometimes back in your childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this? You're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And so He awakens dreams. There's going to be some people, after they view this, their dreams are going to be reawakened. And they're going to start going forth, doing some research, seeing, can I really do this? Yes, you can really do this. I'm still here. Some people are like, I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late, because back in that boardroom, the greatest boardroom that there will ever be, He knew the time, the season. And then also in Psalm 39, it talks about a book. That God has written a book about us. And inside of that book is everything that we'll ever do. So you got a book that's written, so we got to live out that book.
Live out that book. Live out that book.
Live out that book. Live out that book.
All right. Purpose. Yes. So, Mrs. Young, tell everybody where they can get, how they can get their daughters enrolled in the program, and also Yoked, the Yoked mentorship program for young boys as well.
Yes.
Shout out to Drew and Anton and Draz. I was gonna say Asbury Senior. It's Drew. I mean, I can't talk. Shout out to Drew, Anton, and Draz.
Yes. So Yoked is our brother group to Plan, Purpose, and Promises. And the crazy thing is this: I met Drew like maybe 8 years ago, and when I met him, I said, "Oh, I wonder if he knows he's a minister." And so I was watching. They were being interviewed. They were having an interview, and they were talking about the neighborhood, and he gave us a shout out, and I was like, wow. And I typed in, I was like, yeah, actually, we're looking for somebody to help us with a boys group, because after the girls started, there were people asking, when are you gonna do something for the boys? When are you gonna do something for the boys? And it had got so bad that we was like, well, we'll just do it ourselves, but we really can't mentor boys. I mean, our heart was there, but we really couldn't. And so Makia knew Drew, and she called him up. And we met with him, and we presented what we're doing with PP&P. And I was like, just ask God and see what He wants. God gave him the vision, Yoked. And then we met with Anton, and then we met with Draz, and God just pulled them all together. What's wonderful about that is that they have 3 different personalities, 3 different giftings, 3 different anointings. And when you watch how the young boys gravitate to each of them, like right now, Anton doesn't have any children. And so this was like a totally different atmosphere for him. So when one of our mentors came running down the stairs, and he ran right over to him, and he grabbed Anton by the waist and just hugged him. And Anton was like, what do I do with this? And now this kid, as soon as he comes down in, he's looking for Anton.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so Yoked is, they mentor 8 through 12, but we do fill a need. So if someone is younger, they will, meet about that and bring the kid in. But right now, actually, their session is closed because they're working on something specific, and they've already started. So we'll keep you posted of when it opens again for you.
So where can everybody find information about how to get their children involved in either Yoked or Plan, Purposes, and Promises?
Okay. We actually have Facebook pages for both.
Okay.
It's Plan, Purpose, and Promises and Yoked Mentoring Group. And then we also have a website, Yoked on Purpose, at yokedonpurpose.com.
Okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. So if you want your children in these programs, make sure you enroll them. You never know. You never know what your kids are going through. And sometimes most of the time they need an outlet like that. We all need that outlet to write things down, and maybe they can't do that at home. So definitely look into it. I know I used to write in a journal when I was younger, and it was really therapeutic for me. And so now I have my vision board. So I get it. I understand it, and I think all kids should do that. So thank you again for having this program and doing everything that you do here.
Thank you
yes,
for having us.
no, seriously, thank you, because the kids in the community need it. They need it. We need more people like you. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for motivating everybody out there. Make sure you try to find your purpose. I always talk about being the exception as being proud of who you are, being proud of where you came from, and always excelling and doing more than what's expected of you, And through that, things will flourish. So continue to do that. Continue to be better. It's Motivation Monday. I'm your host, Yashin Inchworm Phillips. Thank you again, Ms. Barbara Young. You all make sure you stay tuned in for next week, every Monday here. Stay motivated. Do your best. Keep your head up high. Keep going. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.
Right.